Hi, everyone, and it's great to be here. My name is Beth Nastachowski, and along with my co-investigator, Sarah Prince, I'm going to be talking about the Walden Writing Center Internship Program. We can go ahead and go to the next slide here. Thank you so much. Okay, so this was a grant for a project, and so within the Writing Center, Sarah and I, we're trying to tackle this problem of sort of a lack of diversity in the Writing Center field, and that's the Writing Center field as a whole, and identifying the issue that there is with the pipeline into Writing Center positions and the lack of diversity in that pipeline. So the purpose of our project was to provide diverse candidates experience in Writing Center, specifically our Writing Center, to help them further their career goals. And we identified this as career goals in general, not specifically Writing Center career goals, since Writing Center experience can be applied across multiple different fields. Of course, we're focusing just on Writing Centers in this program pilot, but we also think that this could be applicable to other kind of instructional opportunities as well that the candidates might be interested in. So this program pilot here was a paid 9-month internship with the Walden Writing Center that we began last spring. So in the spring, we started the hiring process, and we focused specifically on hiring Walden students. So rather than opening this internship up, which might be more typical for other companies, to anyone who's interested in the internship coming from outside of the company, we focus specifically on Walden students, since that's our main mission within the Walden Writing Center, right, is to work with Walden students. So we offered this paid 9-month internship. We had applicants, many applicants from across the university, and students in all different colleges and with multiple different backgrounds. And we were very lucky to hire our intern last spring, Patrice Nesbitt. I'll give a bit more information about her and her experience in the next couple slides here. But the internship was structured to really do sort of 4 main things. So throughout the last 9 months, Patrice has started by engaging with the Writing Center literature. So we really started by building a curriculum to expose her to the Writing Center literature, the pedagogy that we use, the research that we use to guide us in giving writing feedback and how Writing Centers really work. She then transitioned from, after that literature, kind of working on our paper review appointments. So Patrice, throughout the last 9 months, has been giving writing feedback through our paper review system to Walden students. She started out by doing practice paper review appointments and having us kind of review her feedback and giving her feedback and kind of us workshopping that together, and then progressed to kind of doing that all on her own. So she's been providing those appointments on a weekly, regular basis to Walden students. Patrice, in the last couple months, has also been writing blog posts for the Writing Center. So as part of this internship, we wanted to build in opportunities for the intern to engage in some other way that we work with students. So the Writing Center has a lot of different instructional services and offerings. We have blog posts, we have webinars, we have our website, we have course visits, we have chat, all those different things. And so depending on what the intern's interest was, we wanted to give them an opportunity to also work with students and provide instruction in another way. So we eventually ended up with blog posts, and I'm really glad we did, since Patrice has been working on a couple of blog posts that give her perspective on writing and help instruct Walden students. The first of that blog post will be published this month, and we are currently working on the second blog post that will be posted for next month as well. The final component of the internship was also the attendance of the National Writing Center Conference for the Writing Center field. So the International Writing Centers Association is the big organization, the national organization for writing centers, and the primary one as well. And they have a yearly conference. And so we used the grant funds to send Patrice to this conference in Columbus, Ohio. So really a fun place to go, of course, in the fall. But it was really wonderful because we were able to send Patrice, as well as the mentor that I'm going to introduce as well in the next slide, Amy Bakke, to the conference. So Amy worked as a mentor for Patrice throughout the internship, and we were able to send her to the conference. And then Sarah and myself were also able to go to the conference as well. So that was a great opportunity for Patrice to see sort of the professionalization of the field, see what the conversations were going on in the field, contribute there, but also a really great opportunity for us to meet, since we hadn't met before as well. So that was a great opportunity. We were really glad to have that too. Let's see, I think we can, let's go to the next slide, Bill. Okay, so I then wanted to kind of provide some overall takeaways that we have for the program. We're calling this a program pilot because we really do view it as a way for us to try out this internship program and to see what worked and what we need to make changes to, and to also be able to see if this is something that we want to continue and or expand in the future. So we're very much viewing this as a pilot. And one of the main takeaways that we had from this was that the internship really as a program benefits multiple Writing Center stakeholders. Of course, we had planned on the benefits that it would provide for the interns, and that's part of takeaway number 2 I'm going to talk about next. But we really recognized as we were going through this and we're reflecting on the program that our staff ourselves are getting a lot of benefit from this program. So I know for me, in working with Patrice, I have been able to really, I guess, pause and think about what we do and why we do it. It's been a great way for us to kind of reassess and relook at the sort of theoretical underpinnings, really, of how we give writing feedback in our services. And it's also been so beneficial to work with a Walden student so closely and in such a sort of close manner for the last 9 months. Our mentor, Amy Baki, also has had an opportunity to practice her mentoring skills, and that's a professional development opportunity for her. And then she and I have had a lot of conversations too about what we do and why we do it as well. So that's been really beneficial for us. Of course, I think if I had thought about it really more closely, I would have maybe thought of this earlier, but as we were going through the internship, we really realized how much our Walden students are also benefiting from this program. So, of course, Patrice has been providing paper review appointments. So this is an opportunity for us to expand that service and provide more opportunities for other Walden students to get feedback. But I think just the perspective that Patrice brings to the feedback that she gives and the blog posts that she's writing and everything that she does is so helpful for our students. It's a great way for them to also get feedback from a current Walden student themselves, and something that we as Writing Center professionals who aren't also sometimes students at the same time, it's a unique perspective that she's able to provide those students, which is great to see too. All right, we can go to the next one there, Bill. Okay, takeaway number 2 is really about Patrice. She has been just a joy to work with, and I've really enjoyed it. And when we have been having discussions with Patrice and we've done more formalized sort of mid-internship check-ins, she's really reported that the internship has helped her develop her own Walden writing. She talked about how quickly she was able to have her premise approved as she was going through during the internship, and she credited that to some of the discussions and things that she was learning in the internship. So it really has helped her with her own writing. She also is an instructor at her home institution, and so this has helped her give her feedback to her students. So it's sort of this thing where she's helping our Walden students, but she's also helping her students even more too, which is great to see. And then she's also been able to learn about the different technology and systems that we use to provide writing feedback online, our paper review system, tools and things like that to give writing feedback. So that's all been really helpful to see. And we're glad to see that from her perspective, she feels more confident and feels like she's improved in her ability to give writing feedback. Last one then, Bill. Thank you. The last takeaway is really something that we'd like to make revisions to the program in the future. So one of the challenges we encountered that we hadn't, I think, recognized as much as we really did as we were going through it was that having one intern at a time really was sort of a challenge because she was the sole focus for the internship. And of course, that's a benefit to a certain extent. But as we all know, if you're the only one in a classroom, you really don't get the benefit of a more cohort model where you can learn from other students who are learning at the same time. So we really think a cohort model would work really well for this internship program, having multiple interns going through it at one time. We think that would help build more community. It would also improve the learning experience for the interns and just allow for greater discussion and learning as a whole. It would just provide a better experience. So we would like to continue the program in the future, but we also have proposed an expansion of the internship. So we're not sure if we have the funding for that yet, but that's our hope, and that's something that we'd really like to look at as well. Before I stop and see what kind of questions you all have and hear more from you, Bill, I just wanted to just pause and say a special thank you to Amy Baki, who is our mentor. She's a writing instructor in the Writing Center, and she's been working really closely with Patrice in sort of a mentorship capacity, and has just been so fantastic to work with. And I really appreciate all the work she's done with Patrice. And of course, a thank you to our intern, Patrice. She has been wonderful, and has been so willing to be flexible and give us feedback and all of that. So it's been wonderful to work with her as well.